Let me ask you something. Have you ever woke up in the morning so happy and feeling so high, feeling so vibrant and so excited about your day, what's to come, excited about yourself and your life, you're feeling good, and someone comes through the door with a negative attitude that is so contagious that you can literally feel the negative vibes coming off them. And then all of a sudden, all of that positivity that you were feeling goes out the window. Let me know in the comments if that has ever happened to you. If you've ever felt like that, you're gonna wanna watch this video, because in this video, I am going to be telling you 6 ways that you can combat negative energy. Hey sis, welcome to Authentic Life. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you 6 ways how you can protect your own positive energy. So why is it important to protect your own energy? The energy that you have within your being is similar to the battery you put inside of your car. Based off of how well your energy is, it determines how well you run, okay? So if you are a person who is generating a lot of positive, high vibrating energy, you're going to be operating at optimal levels. That means your creativity is gonna be high, you're going to feel energized, you're gonna feel good, you're gonna feel healthy, you're gonna feel vibrant, free, radiant, and full of life. But if you are vibrating at a very low capacity and you have very low levels of energy and you're negative, you're gonna be operating at your lowest performance. That means that you're not gonna get ideas that you would normally get if you had more energy. Or even if it's you and your partner, your romantic partner, you won't be able to give to them fully. You won't be able to be fully present and enjoy those relationships and those friendships because you won't have the energy to withstand it. You see, just like the battery within your car, if you have a new battery that's running properly, the moment that you put the key in the ignition, it's gonna start up. That car is gonna go from here to Timbuktu and it's gonna operate at its most optimal level. However, if you have a weak battery within your car is gonna stall. You might need a jump start in order to get it going. And that's how some of us are whenever we allow negative people to come into our energy space. We don't operate the way that we should. We're not fast, we're not quick, we're not vibrant, we're not radiant, we're not full of life. We're slow and we're sluggish and we're uninspired because we have low energy. So it's very important that you not allow negative people to penetrate your energy field. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the 6 ways that you cannot allow negative people to disrupt your positive vibe. Tip number 1. Hold people accountable for their own energy. It is not your responsibility to make a negative person feel better. We often think that it is our responsibility to make someone with a negative attitude have a positive attitude, and that is not our responsibility. It is each person's sole responsibility to decide that they want to be happy, they want to have a positive attitude, and that they want to generate positive energy for themselves. You have to allow people to be accountable for their own energy. The second tip is to breathe. Now, this tip works very well if you are in an environment where you cannot get away from the negative person. You see, there are some people where we can decide to remove from our lives because of their negativity. And then there are some situations where we cannot remove them from our lives. And we have to change ourselves so that we can remain in a positive state. So whenever you take a moment and you breathe in and out, very slowly, what it does is it reminds you to be in the moment. And it reminds you that although that person is making a conscious choice to be negative, you don't have to make the choice to absorb it. The third tip is to take responsibility. If you have people in your life who bring you down and have negative energy constantly and do nothing to uplift you or benefit your life or make you feel bad all the time, and you still have them in your life, you have no one to blame but yourself. You see, none of us are a victim. We all choose the people who we want in our life. Your life is like a stage play. You cast every single person that is in your life in your stage play. You decide who gets to be in your play and who needs to go, who gets to sit in the front row of your play and who needs to sit in the balcony, or who needs to be put out. That is all on you. So if you have somebody who is constantly draining you with their negativity and making you feel horrible, then you need to look in the mirror and take some responsibility and ask yourself, why do I have this person in my life? Take responsibility and remove the people who need to go from your life so that you can make room for the people who will add value to your life. The fourth tip is to remain positive. It is so tempting when your girlfriend comes to you with some juicy gossip to get negative with her and engage in the gossip. But if you've made a vow to yourself that you want to try to be a more positive being, then ultimately that's up to you to keep that vow within yourself. Whenever you remain positive, even when someone approaches you with negativity, what it does is it puts a halt to the negativity right there and stops it in its tracks. So one way that you can stop absorbing negative energy is when negative people approach you, you can choose to remain positive. Tip number 5, decide what you will and will not talk about with certain people. Now, certain people are not trying to be negative. They just have bad habits. So what you have to do is you have to decide who has the capacity to accept my positive attitude and my positive conversations and good news. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a new entrepreneur who has just started your own business and you are so excited about your business, you want to tell your grandma about your newfound business. But your grandma grew up in the 50s and 60s. All she knows is you go to college for 4 years, you get a good degree, you get a good job, and then you retire. So she was brought up in a societal norm where people went to school and got a job. She does not understand the concept of entrepreneurship and starting her own business. So if you were to bring that conversation and that excitement, all of that positive energy to your grandma, you would not get a good response. You would probably get a negative response. And that isn't because your grandma doesn't care about you. It is because she does not have the energetic capacity to accept what you're saying in a positive way. So it is your responsibility to decide who can accept positive news in certain areas and who can't. The 6th tip is to respond, don't react. And I have to give a shout out to hackspirit.com. It's a blog article where I got some of these ideas from when it comes to not absorbing negative energy and holding on to your positive energy field. So I've linked the blog article in the description below. Be sure to check it out for thorough tips on how not to allow negative people to disrupt your positive energy. I am only responsible for my energy and my vibration. Anyone else is not my concern. I am only responsible for my energy and my vibration. Anyone else is not my concern. And when I breathe and I recite that mental note to myself, it reminds me not to absorb energy that doesn't belong to me. It is our responsibility to decide that we want to live a life that is healthy, happy, and full of joy. Nobody can make that decision for you, and nobody can make that decision for negative people. Allow negative people to make the choice to be negative, to be unhappy. Leave them with their own energy, and you stay with your own energy. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button below. Also, subscribe to the channel for more inspirational videos each week. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and until next time, never ever forget that you are so worthy. Bye.